Hi guys, today I'm going to introduce you this game. This game is very simple. You have to follow each level and complete all those levels to complete this game. But each level, you have to understand the lesson that the narrator has told you. If you understand, so let's begin. This is a guide level, vector quantity in mathematics, physics, and engineering. Vector is a geometric object that has magnitude and direction. So the direction of the vector is from its tail to its head. A little guide. A vector may use a letter with an arrow on top, such as vector u, v, and w. So move on to the example of the vector quantity. We can see it as velocity, force, acceleration, momentum, displacement, and another that you can see in the mathematics, physics, or engineering. This is the end of the guide level. After this slide, you will begin to the application of the vector. For the application of the vector, we divide it into the 4 levels: adding and subtracting vector, sign and direction of vector, dot product, and cross product. Begin with the first level, adding and subtracting vector. For the vector addition and vector subtracting, given that vector of u are u1 and u2, and the vector v are v1 and v2. For the vector addition, vector u plus vector v, you can simple adding like the adding property setting coordinate u1 plus v1 and u2 plus v2. But for the vector subtracting, you just simple change the plus to minus and use the same property of the subtraction. To find the sum and differences of vector, it doesn't matter which of these two laws. For the left, this is triangle method, which is similar to the formula that I give you in the previous slide. But for the parallelogram, it is used to find the middle line, but it is like putting two triangles together. But no matter how you use the left one or the right one, the answer is come the same. And this is for the subtraction. The left one is the triangle method and the right one is the parallel method. Do you understand? If no, scroll back. But if yes, come to the next level, size and direction of the vector. For this level, given that u is equal to ai plus bj plus ck, and v is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. For the size or the length of the vector, you can be computed with the Euclidean norms, which is equal to the square root of a square plus b square plus c square. For the direction of the vector, you can use the formula of cos equal to the vector of u times v divided by absolute u times absolute v. Do you understand or not? If not, go back again. Moving on to the third level. This is going to be more confused. This is called dot product. The dot product of two vectors u and v, and it is defined as the sum of the product of the component of each vector as x1 times x2 plus y1 times y2 plus z1 times z2. Oh, you find a key. So you can unlock the secret part of this level. The property of the dot products. The dot products of two vectors is also defined as the square root of the dot products times 2 to the cos theta. And the another property in this secret room you can use it also, like the vector of u times the vector of v. You can switch it into the vector of v times the vector of u. And any vector that you times to the 0, it becomes 0. And if you use the u multiplied to the blanket of vector v plus the vector w, you can use the u multiplied to the v and multiply to the w and sum of the both. And the last property, the vector of u times itself, it will become the absolute of u square. And finally, we come to the final level, the continuous one, cross product. The cross product may differ from the dot product primarily in that the result of the cross product of two vectors is a vector. This time, I will given the vector of A and B. The cross product denoted A times B is a vector perpendicular to both A and B, and it is defined as the absolute of A times the absolute of B times sine theta and times n. And the cross product can be written as I times the bracket of A2 times B3 minus to the A3 times B2 plus the j times to the bracket of 1 times 3 minus A3 times B1 plus the k times to the bracket of A1 times B2 minus A2 times B1. For the second formula, you can see the example in the bottom box. It may be a little confused, but if you know it, it may be very easy to you to understand. And oh, you found the key again. The property of the cross oh no, the program is oh, the game come, but I think the graphic may be error. And these are four properties of the cross product: anti-commutative properties, distributive properties, Jacobi properties, and zero vector properties. These properties may be hard for you to understand and remember, so I recommended you to use the normal formula that is in the level before the secret room. Do you guys understand? This level is quite hard. I hope you won't get nervous. Oh, the special level. Do I need to unlock or not? Just click it. It won't be hard, right? The final level, the property of the absolute vector. Ha ha ha. This is the hardest level. Ha ha ha. This is the important properties of the absolute vector. This is the most confused property of the vector. First, begin with the u times to u. It is equal to the absolute of u square. The next one, the absolute of n times u is equal to n times the absolute of u. And the last two property, you have to look at it properly. For the absolute of the vector u plus the vector v square, it is equal to the absolute of u square plus 2uv cos theta plus the absolute of v square. But for the minus, you have to change from plus to minus in the middle and change cos theta to sin theta. Congratulations! Wow, you can pass all this level. You are very intelligent. And so, this is all the games. I hope you understand more about the vectors. Play again, click yes.